Hi, it's Michael with Hypnosis Innovations. This is part 2 of the series on how your mind works. Let's recap what we've learned so far. We now know that we take the world in through our 5 senses, and that information comes into the brain, which is filtered 3 ways: through generalization, deletion, and distortion. Then the information is stored in our memory banks. But that information isn't correct. It's been filtered. So because it's been filtered, it's actually missing information and missing data, and we have added our own flavor, our own spin to the information or the memory based on our beliefs or our fears. So now I want to talk about how you can change those memories and show you how people do it naturally and how you can do it the right way. So you absolutely can change your memories. And the reason you can is because you were the one who filtered the information in the first place and put it into your memory banks. Well, what happens is that we pull the memories out of our memory banks and we put that memory back into the same channel as the original 5 senses. See, when you think about something, you think about it in those same five senses. You see a picture or a movie of what happened, or you hear what someone said or what you thought, you hear what you said to yourself inside, you get feelings from inside, or feelings from outside. You remember the 5 senses. Your brain doesn't know the difference between reality or fantasy because you're moving those memories through those same channels and refiltering it. And when you refilter that information, you're storing it over top of the memory that you pulled out of your memory banks to begin with. So you're constantly, if you think of a computer, you're constantly pulling the data out, refiltering it, and then storing it and overwriting it into that same space that original memory was, the place where it was. And that means that you are either adding information to that memory or you are deleting more and more information out of that memory. So let me give you an example. Let's say you got fired. Well, the first thing you would think is you would go through that in your mind. I got fired. Why did I get fired? The boss said it was because I wasn't doing my job, but that must mean that I'm incompetent, that I don't know enough, that I'm not skilled enough, that maybe it's because I wasn't a good enough people person and people just don't like me. That makes me feel like an idiot. And now I'm going to lose the house and my life sucks. Every one of those is a complete refiltering of the information, where you're either adding to the information, to the memory, or you're deleting information from it. So really what you're doing is every time you have a conclusion or a solution, it's because you've refiltered it. You've pulled it out of memory and you've thought about it. And as you think about it, you refilter it to come to a new conclusion or make a new decision or to change that memory in some way. Now, think about this. That's what depressives do. People who get depressed, there's a commercial where this lady has a hole that follows her around everywhere she goes. Well, the only way that the hole could follow her around is if she brought it with her everywhere. So how do you do that? This way. You think, everything sucks in my life. And you bring that memory out. And then you refilter it. And as you filter it, you look for evidence to support that belief. Then you overwrite that original "my life sucks," and then you say, yeah, and here's how it sucks. And then you bring it back out and you add even more evidence. How does that make you feel now that your life sucks? And that makes you feel even worse about yourself. Around and around and around. It's just a cycle, a downward spiral of emotions. And it's all because you're pulling the memory out, you're refiltering it and overwriting it over and over and over again. Now, some people talk about the secret to success, but this model that I've been showing you is the real secret to success. Because with this model, now that you realize that you take out memories, you refilter them and overwrite the previous memory with either more information or with less information, you now have the tools, the ability, the model to realize that you could achieve success, you could have confidence and overcome bad habits. And how? By taking the memory out and then adding the information that you want to it, or filtering it in a way that supports you and empowers you. If you catch yourself saying something like, my life sucks, and then you get those feelings that tell you, yeah, my life sucks, and then you got to stop yourself immediately and reverse it and say, no, that's not true, and here's why. Do I have evidence to support this belief? No. Here's contradictory evidence. You have to force yourself to imprint, to filter that information the right way and imprint it and overwrite those memories in your memory banks so that the next time you think about them, they naturally empower you to achieve whatever you want to achieve, to feel good about yourself, to feel like getting up in the morning and getting out of bed and get going and smiling and having a wonderful day and achieving anything you want to achieve. So the question is, will you use this? Because this is powerful, powerful stuff. And if you use it, you can change your life. If you don't, you won't. That's just that simple. The way you use it is through awareness. You have to develop the awareness of yourself and know that, hey, I've got a feeling, I've got a thought right now, and am I thinking the thoughts that I need to think in order to empower myself? Always looking for empowerment, never disempowerment. If you start thinking something and you start feeling bad, that's when you need to become aware of yourself and realize that it's time to stop thinking that and start thinking the things that I want to think to empower myself and make yourself feel really good. Now, there's a lot more to come with this. I'm going to actually show you in the next video how to use this information and how to change what you're thinking and in the process change your life. What I'm going to focus on is how to accentuate the positive and eliminate the negative, as Baloo said in the Jungle Book. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and share it with your friends on Google+, Facebook, and Twitter. And head on over to our website at hypnosisinnovations.com and leave a comment. While you're there, subscribe for information and videos that we'll only share through email. Thanks for watching, and remember that we are your source for personal and professional success.